Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Mindfulness Monday. It's a weekly program dedicated to really figuring out a way to enjoy life in difficult times. Kevin Davis, a mindfulness facilitator trained by UCLA, and glad to be here today and glad to be here for the next several weeks until we get back to work. Today's topic, and it's going to be an interesting topic, is we're going to talk about cultivating ways to experience joy in difficult times. Right now, we are experiencing very difficult times, and the question is, how can we experience joy and happiness under these times? And we really can't do what we want to do. We're stuck in place. We can't shop, can't travel, we can't be together. Right now, a lot of us are in survival mode, where all we want to do is get through the day, get through what we're doing right now, and it's a really, really difficult time. So, is this the right time to talk about cultivating joy? And the answer is yes, of course it is. Um, we can cultivate joy. We can, even though we're going through difficult times, we can be compassionate, generous, be grateful. We can experience joyful moments, even in a time of difficulties. And that's what we'll be talking about today. We're talk about using our mindfulness tools that we've had and being able for us to be able to grow in areas of things like compassion and joy and happiness. These are all things that we know about. We know about joy and kindness, but at this point in time, in order for us to really experience it, we're going to have to take it to a different level. And when I talk about mindfulness tools, the mindfulness tools that we've used already is going to help us to get to the next level. So let's start by talking about mindfulness again. What is mindfulness? And mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment experience and openness and curiosity and willingness to be with what is. The problem is if we're in survival mode, right, it's hard for us to be present. And it really boils down to is us being in the present moment experience. Once we're in the present moment, we are aware. And as we become aware, we have choices we can make. You know, as we are aware, if we are suffering right now, if we're feeling anxiety because we don't understand what's going on, we are crippled by the fact that there's so much uncertainty out there. With mindfulness, we are aware of it and we can use some of the things that we've learned the past couple of weeks. And that is things like rain and suffering. Do we need to suffer? So when we talk about really, really cultivating positive emotions, and that's what we're talking about, it is looking at what we've done over the first 4 weeks. The first 2 weeks of mindfulness is mindfulness training. It is being able to meditate. It's being able to understand where we're at the present moment and understand that's the awareness of what's happening in our lives. As we do that, guess what? We become present. And when we become present, there's openness and curiosity out there so we can make better decisions. So if we're anxious, if there's anxiety happening, we know that is a fear of the future. If we're afraid of the future, we can say, whoa, afraid of the future. Let's bring it back. Let's take a deep breath. How we feel it. We feel our body's chest tightening up. We feel our hands tightening up. So we bring it back and we can relax. If we're worried about the past, which causes depression, because we should have made better decisions, we know that's what it is. And we can use rain to recognize those feelings. We can do the same thing with cultivating positive emotions. You see, when we talk about managing the difficult emotions, the negative emotions, it is lowering those emotions. When we talk about gratitude and joy and happiness, we want to raise it. See, all our experiences we have are either positive, negative, or neutral. If I asked you, what did you do last Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and you don't remember, it wasn't good or bad, it was just neutral. And most of our life is neutral. But we spend so much energy on the negative emotions. And we learn that from an early age. We learn it from 2 or 3 years old. The first time our parents told us no, the things we can't do versus the things we could do. So we are all geared up right now. We all have a list of things that we can't do in terms of the shutdown, in terms of the coronavirus. We know all the things we can't do, And we learned that from a 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, that we learned all the things we couldn't do. So today, what we're trying to do is spend time and focus on the things that we can do. And again, it takes cultivating. It takes understanding that we have to be aware of what this thing is that we need to learn and grow and learn it. We know what kindness is. We know what joy is. We know what happiness is. Okay. But in order for it to grow in difficult times, we need to let it grow. Just like when we plant that flower, and then it takes time for it to grow into a flower or a tree or a fruit tree. It's all the same thing. So what we're going to do today is start, in fact, what we'll do over the next couple of weeks is learn how we're going to cultivate positive emotions. And the first one we're going to talk about is something called loving kindness. Loving kindness is the easiest thing to do out there, is to be kind to one another. Loving kindness is probably the just the desire for another person to be happy. That's it. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to buy a new car for it. You have to buy a new outfit for it. You have to shop for it. It's something that's just there. And there's nothing easier than to do this one particular thing. Loving kindness is the easiest thing to do, is to be happy another person, to experience somebody else in front of you, to be able to be with that person. There's nothing easier than that. So today we're going to talk about loving kindness. Next week we'll talk about a different topic. But loving kindness is the one we're going to do today. Now, this is not easy because you'll find when this thing is done that it'll be easier to be kind to somebody else than to be kind to yourself. So what we're going to do is to do a meditation, and we're going to work through a lot of different things. If you ever get to a point where you feel that this is difficult or tough, because it's difficult now to be happy. It's difficult times to really, really be experiencing joy. So as we develop this, you may get to a point where you feel some anxiety or you feel some discomfort. If you do, just bring it back to the regular meditation where you're listening to the sounds, or you're breathing, or you're putting your feet on the floor. Remember, whenever we experience things that are uncomfortable for us and we want to be present, we use different techniques to be present. When you stop, what you're doing right now, you pay attention, you observe, and then you proceed. So you use that technique. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to start with a basic meditation, and then we're going to go into loving kindness. Then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to go loving kindness for others, and then we'll take a break, and then do a loving kindness for ourselves. And again, this is really something different. This is, again, we spent the past couple of weeks in dealing with difficult emotions. How to stop from suffering. How to stop from being angry, and how to stop from being anxious. And today we're now going to move into a positive area. So next couple of weeks we're about positive emotion. So we're going to start by just getting comfortable in a comfortable spot. We're going to sit tight, sit straight up. If you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. If you want to leave them open, that's okay. If you leave them open, just kind of look down a little bit. We're going to sit up straight like a string is pulled up here. Take a couple of deep breaths in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to feel our feet touching the floor. We're going to notice our toes, they're touching the heel of our feet. They're touching the floor. We're just being aware that right now we're present. We're noticing where our legs are. There's our legs sitting on top of the chair, our bottom sitting on a chair, our back resting to the back of the chair. Now we're going to notice the sounds. Just notice the sounds. If you hear sounds outside, just No judgment. They're not good or bad sounds. They're just sounds. If your mind wanders, just notice that they're wandering and just bring it back to the sounds. And now bring attention to our face. So we soften our forehead. There's a lot of tension in our forehead, in our eyes. Just relax our forehead, relax our eyes. Just drop them, soften them. Same thing with the jaw. Just soften the jaw, relax the jaw and your tongue. Just relax your face. Just soften your face. Just relax it. Now bring attention to your shoulders. Just drop your shoulders. Soften your shoulders. Relax them. Relax your arms. Find a comfortable place for your hands. Just notice where your hands are at, which makes it the most comfortable spot. Now we notice any sensations that are in your chest area or in your abdomen. There's any tightness, any warmth. Then you move down to the legs. Just notice the feelings in your leg. Are they relaxed? Are you tense? Are you tense in the chair? Now you bring your feeling down to your legs, the bottom part of your legs. Notice your feet on the floor. Now we're going to go to the breath where you breathe in and breathe out. You breathe in and exhale. You're going to either breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, or you're going to raise the chest and lower the chest. Rise the chest or lower the chest. Or your stomach, in and out, in and out. And you'll pick one, whatever is most comfortable for you over the past couple of weeks. You can use the breath, in, out, in, and out. You can use sounds. Just listen to the sounds. Whatever makes the most comfort for you. No judgment to the sounds. They're just sounds. Just notice them as background noises. Now as your mind wanders, you bring it back to the breath. Your mind will wander. And now we're about to use a loving kindness drill. Any one time, if you feel uncomfortable, just bring it back to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. So what we're going to do now is bring to mind someone that we care about, someone that generally makes us happy. It could be a spouse, a child, a parent, best friend, but just bring to mind someone that makes you happy. It could be a pet. It could be your cat or your dog. as you look at that pet, they make you happy. So the first thing is, how does that feel inside? Just notice how you feel when that person or the pet is just looking and just experiencing the joy that you experience. Now what you want to do is send out just some phrases like, may you be safe, may you be protected, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be strong. And just picture that person in front of you, just feeling now the result of what you're saying. May you be happy, may you be protected, may you be safe, may you be healthy. Just take that in as that person who you care about a lot, who matters to you, is now making you feel happy. It doesn't cost anything. You're just experiencing the other person's joy and happiness. Now that person's turned around to you, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to wish you well. They want you to feel happy. So now they're saying to you, may you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. May you be happy. May you be at ease. As that person looks towards you, and now you feeling that person's happiness for you. How's that feel inside? How are we feeling right now? And now we're going to extend its happiness right now into the people who are in the home with us, sharing the space with us. Or if you're not sharing the space, then somebody who may be in the same apartment building, somebody you see every day, a neighbor. And you want them you want to wish them well. You want them to be happy. You want them to be healthy. You want them to be safe. You want them to be protected. You want them to be at ease. We see these people every day, and they matter to us because they're people who are suffering and going through the same things we're going through right now. They can't work. They can't see their friends. They can't do the things they like to do. So we're going to wish them well. And now we're going to wish all the healthcare workers out there who go to work every single day to protect us, keep us safe. We want to keep them safe. We're going to wish them well. We're going to keep them safe and protected. We want them to be healthy. We want them to be strong. We want them to be at ease. This includes the bus drivers, the subway drivers, all people out there who are there to protect us and take care of us. We want them to be healthy and strong, safe and protected. Be at ease. Now, I want you to take a minute and just to reach out to somebody who you feel you've missed. And just say whatever you want to say, whatever words come to mind. May you be safe and protected. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be at ease. Okay, that was loving kindness to others. That's what that was about. It was making the people around you just feel a little bit better. That is talking about cultivating positive emotions. That is step one of cultivating positive emotions. It is something you can do. You can just walk down the street. If you're at a grocery store, if you're just walking through your neighborhood, all you want is the authentic wish for that person in front of you to be happy. So as you walk down, you may want to just walk through, as you walk through the day, as you go shopping today, just look at a person and inside, I wish you well. I want you to be safe and protected. I want you to be strong. I want you to be healthy. May you be at ease. That's your exercise today. To keep doing that. Do it to one another. Now, what we're going to do is to take a loving kindness to yourself. And sometimes, again, when you take loving kindness to yourself, it can bring about emotions. That self-critic comes in that says you can't do it. You have doubt. It may bring up raw emotions that you don't want to face. If you do, if anything's happened, then you go back to the original mindfulness meditation, which is about the breath, breathing in and breathing out. And doing so, we'll take a couple of minutes and we're going to go into and be kind to ourselves. And sometimes for some of us, this may be the first time we've done that. So as we sit back again, our feet's on the floor, take a deep breath in. We're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And now what we're going to do is bring to mind a situation that we've just happened to be involved in the week, something that we could have handled this a little bit better. Maybe we talked to one of our clients, or it could have been a family member. It could have been a neighbor, but somebody we wish we would have treated just a little bit better, a little bit more kinder. We're going to bring that person to mind. And now we're going to say things to ourselves. May I have handled it a little bit better. May I bring myself a little bit of happiness. May I be free of pain. May I be happy. May I experience joy. May I be safe. May I be protected. May I be at ease. May I be able to deal with what is at the present moment. May I be willing to accept things as they are. May I be free from suffering. May I be healthy, or maybe one day soon I will be healthy. Just take care of yourself right now. A little kindness to yourself. May I find ease. May my happiness grow and grow. May it never end. Okay, so that was cultivating a first step in cultivating positive emotions. Again, when we talk about mindfulness, it is about awareness. And when you are aware, and the more aware you become, the more ability you have of changing how you look at things. You don't have to accept life the way it is, but it is the way it is. What mindfulness says, things are as they are. Can we accept these things as they are? But once we become aware of them, we have a choice to say, I want things to be better. I can be a little bit kinder to myself and to others. And as we become more kinder to ourselves and to others, we realize that we feel better about ourselves. Happiness is more than just purchases things, buying things, wanting things. It's about our connection we have with others. And as we do more meditation, as we do more mindful, we're more aware of what we can do with one another. So with that said, let's go to our exercise of the week. Every week we're going to have our exercise. This exercise this week is going to be connecting with one another. It's just reaching out to somebody else. It's just noticing that the person there, and let them know you want them to be well. You wish them well. You wish them well. Simple as that. Exercise is to reach out to somebody and direct those phrases to people. And notice how it changes you. It makes you feel. It can be an amazing thing. It can be an uncomfortable thing, but you will feel, and they may feel also, that you do wish them well and make life a little bit easier for them. So that's an exercise for the day. Again, we're talking about something a little bit different now. We're cultivating positive emotions. We know how to meditate. We know how to deal with the negative situations. And now for the next couple of weeks, we're going to grow these things like generosity and gratitude and joy. And if you had difficulties, if nothing else, you may want to look and see what stopped you from experiencing joy, what stopped you from being happy at the moment. There are certain things that we dealt with today that may be comfortable or discomfortable, or may not have meant anything to you at all. If it didn't, stay with the breath, stay with the meditation, and if it did. So thank you very much. Remember try to do 5 minutes. Try to do more than 5. Try to do 10 minutes. There are mobile apps available. Continue to use these things. These things are very, very helpful, especially now, because time right now is really, really difficult for us. And we do need to be able to have tools that we can just look at the world that's a little bit better. So with that said, thanks a lot. We'll see you next week. We'll talk about equanimity next week, and that's a balance in our lives. So next week we talk about equanimity. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.